Was that quote, water finds more water? You always know how to find more life. No matter what box you put me in, some way, somehow, I know how to find more life because I am connected to the life that is flowing through me and the life giver that has gifted me this life. When you don't know that, when you believe that who you are is the 10% that you are consciously aware of, you will forever be running into a brick wall. That's only 10% of you. That is a culmination of experiences, and you've only had a handful of experiences, right? There's still a trillion more experiences to have. Every second is a new experience. You are a culmination of all the experiences now. And you're thinking that this is who I am. This is my story. I am Henrietta Lack. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, what I wanted to talk with you all about was the power of your own perspective, the different lenses that you see through and how they are helping to create what it is that you are experiencing. So this conversation, I feel like, is for anybody. If you are on a level up journey, if you're on a spiritual journey, if you're on a manifestation journey, like, there's just different types of people in the world to me. There are 3 different types of people in the world. There are people who are oblivious to just like the world. There's the oblivious ones, there is the negative ones, and there's the positive ones. And it ranges across a scale of multiple. Oh, hold on, let me take my ashwagandha, one moment. That will help me to just relax and streamline my thoughts. Okay. So these 3 categories of people have multiple different ranges within each category, right? And so we have to understand, first of all, our eyes are like filters. They're like filters, they're like lenses, they're like different frames that we see through. If you are a person who does not have the ability to positively see what is not there, your life is going to reflect that. And you'll always wonder, like, well, what's wrong with me? Why do bad things always happen to me? And I want to put this general statement out here. Bad things just happen to people, okay? Nobody's more blessed than the other person. Bad things, scary things, hurtful things, harmful things just happen to people, period, point blank. How I am impacted by that, how I move forward in my life after that, is based upon me, how I feel in my body, and the lens that I'm looking through my life at, okay? Nobody is special enough to not experience hurtful, harmful, bad things in their life. It's not a reality. So if you're thinking of that, throw that in the garbage. It's not helpful. So everybody goes through something, right? And how you look at it and how you look at yourself determines how you bounce back from that thing, if you bounce back from that thing, and what you experience next. When you understand that shit just happens, like, you'll be having a lovely day today and you'll get a phone call, something will happen. Shit just happens. It's literally called life. It's just, life is like just a hodgepodge of shit that be happening. It's a hodgepodge of shit that be happening, okay? And what makes the difference, what creates like a streamline in your life, is you. You are what creates a streamline. You are what creates a story. You are what creates order within the hodgepodge of just stuff, right? And it's based off of how you see, think, and feel. So if you don't have the eyes, the perspective, the frame of mind to make something into your favor, nothing will be in your favor because you don't know how to create the story of this thing is in my favor. And I feel like I always have to give these generalizations, but I'm not talking about taking a horrible situation that you probably just need to walk out of and then just like making it positive. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's this mindset, these eyes, this filter, this frame of mind that is always sees the next opportunity, always sees growth. It's the abundance versus poverty. I literally call it poverty eyes. Mad people in the world have poverty eyes, meaning they cannot look at shit and see fertilizer. All they look at, when they look at shit, all they see is poop. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how to see value in anything. They don't know how to see value in themselves. They don't know how to see value in the people around them. They don't know how to see value in situations that they may not like or may not be going all the way to their liking. They cannot see value. They do not have abundant eyes. They have poverty eyes, meaning their perspective, the filter that they have over their eyes, their frame of mind, sees no life, sees no opportunity, sees no abundance. And so if this is somebody that you are, where you struggle when you're looking at something, if all you can see is what it is and you don't have that imagination that can see something better, that is something that needs to be worked on heavily. When it comes to imagination, there are people who can see poop, right? And one person will see fertilizer, the other person will see absolutely nothing, just worthless, horrible, disgusting. That's all they're gonna see, right? I may have the imagination to think, hey, I can grow an apple tree from this, right? And then I can take those apples, I can sell those apples, I can make apple juice, I can make apple cider, I can make apple donuts, I can make apple perfume, I can do all things apple, right? I can make apple chips. That's an abundance mindset. That is abundant eyes. It's an abundant frame of mind where you can take your imagination and see bigger, better, more opportunity, versus the other person. They still have an imagination, okay? They still have an imagination, but their imagination sees the same poop and they do not see fertilizer. They see I think you can get E. coli. They see people, we keep everybody away from this poop because it's sickness, and they see death, and they see flies, and they see stinkiness, and their imagination goes off into hell. You get what I'm saying? And then another person's imagination goes off into heaven, if you're into the heaven hell thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, at the end of the day, you can experience anything in life. Don't think that because you're positive, don't think that because you believe in God, don't think that because you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, that you won't experience things that you don't like. But if your eyes, if your mindset is capable of seeing opportunity in everything, if your mindset is capable of finding value in everything, if your intention is to find value regardless, to find growth regardless, to find God regardless, you will be good regardless. Hence, no weapon against me shall prosper type thing. You get what I'm saying? Versus the person who cannot see outside of a situation, right? All you can see is what is. For the people who struggle and all they can see is what is, I feel like the only advice that I have is like super spiritual advice. And I want to give you something practical, but I don't, it's not a practical thing. Just because what you see is there doesn't mean that that's what is. And even if that is what is, it doesn't have to apply to you. Why does everything that applies to everybody else have to apply to you? I can't even understand that train of thought. Like, I can't. And then I'd be shocked. I'm the type of person who will see something. Everybody will tell me that I'll see a duck. And everybody will be like, that's a duck. And I'll be like, I don't see a duck. I don't, and they'll say, oh, that duck bites. And I'm like, whatever, that duck doesn't bite. Like, I'm that person. I have to learn the hard way. It's just my mind does not generalize myself with everybody else. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's harmful. Even when it's harmful, my mind still doesn't generalize me in a way that's like, oh, I failed. Oh, I'm a failure. Like I just don't go in that direction. I just go into the, okay, how do I solve this one? How do I move out of this one? Well, what else can I do now that I'm down here? How can I get back up from here? Like, that's just my mindset. But the main point of this video that I want to get across is that it's a perspective. It's a certain type of eyesight that you have. And if you're struggling to have more of an abundant mindset, because I think that people will take something that is like blatantly not good for them and just like live in a more of a delusion, like, oh, this is fine, and like the thing is eating at their foot, right? But it's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong. That's different. That's extremely different from what I'm talking about. And you have to know how to discern that. You have to know how to discern that. I think why I'm struggling to say this so like fluently and eloquently as I want to say it is because it's a very much an internal thing. It's coming from a space within you that just refuses to die. When you are life, death is not an option. So even the things that are sent to take me out, I just know. I know. Like, it's not an option. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. And I just feel like some people don't have that thing in them. And I feel like that stems from not having this core relationship with yourself and also a core relationship between you and God. Because to me, what God is the concept of love. God is the concept of abundance. God is the concept of everything, everywhere, all at once. God is the concept of more than enough. So God is the concept of life. God keeps on going. God is always alive. God is giving life to everything here. Whereas his counterpart, the devil, is taking life from everything here. He lives off the lives of others, and he has to take their life in order for him to live. Versus God only comes to give you life and more life than you can handle. So you have to know yourself beyond your personality. You have to know yourself beyond who you've always been. You have to know yourself beyond what people have told you about yourself. You have to know yourself beyond what you have accomplished. Like all of the things that we can do, see, touch, hear, feel, all of the worldly things, that's not who you are. Those are experiences that you're having. And if you don't know yourself outside of the experiences that you're having, to then know what is the thing that's keeping you alive. Why is my heart beating and I didn't tell it to beat? Why did I wake up this morning and I didn't say, hey, make sure you wake up this morning? Why is my blood flowing? Why is my body doing all of the functions that I don't even know that it's doing? If it wasn't for science, I would never have a clue that there's a whole ecosystem inside of me. Something is keeping me alive. Something else is keeping me alive. You have to know what that thing is that's keeping you alive inside of you. And there's plenty of ways you can go through religion. You can go through whatever denomination of religion, whatever your path is to what is keeping me alive. Like, why is my heart beating? Who is keeping my heart beating right now? Whatever your path is to that, make sure that it's a conversation and a communication between you and the life giver. There is no middleman. There is no in-between party. There is no shaman. There is no pastor. There is no spiritual guru. It is the relationship between you and the life giver that is running through you and that has decided that you get to be alive. When you understand that connection, when you understand that communication, your outlook on life is different. The way that you see the world is different. It's not based off of the circumstances that you're experiencing. It's not based off of what you do and don't have. Sometimes you may fall, you may waver because you're a human. You know what I'm saying? It's literally a part of who you are. But you still can find your way back to your center so that you are capable of having this imagination that always finds more life. Was that quote, water finds more water? You always know how to find more life. No matter what box you put me in, some way, somehow, I know how to find more life because I am connected to the life that is flowing through me and the life giver that has gifted me this life. When you don't know that, when you believe that who you are is the 10% that you are consciously aware of, you will forever be running into a brick wall. That's only 10% of you. That is a culmination of experiences, and you've only had a handful of experiences, right? There's still a trillion more experiences to have. Every second is a new experience. You are a culmination of all the experiences now. And you're thinking that this is who I am. This is my story. I am Henrietta Lack or whatever. What's that thing that she said? What was that movie? There was a show. Arinthia. I am Arinthia Black. Her daughter, what was the show? Lovecraft Country. It was Lovecraft Country. And she was like, I am Arinthia Black. I am Arinthia Black. That was a dope episode. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm going to go put that on right now because that episode will blow you out of your water. Like, whoa. But I think that's what I have for you here. Understand how much your perspective is creating the experiences that you are having here. Understand how much control you get to have over your perspective. And then for the people who are not struggling, the people who do see positively, the people who do know how to see more life, the people who do not take death for an answer, the people who are not victims, sometimes we are surrounded by people who don't get it. They don't get it. They're like, why are you so positive? Why are you so happy? Why? Do you know how many things I go through that I just don't talk about? I just don't talk about because I don't want people to define me by these experiences, because people are so obsessed with defining you by experiences because they define themselves as by these experiences. It's just something that I went through, whether it be good, whether it be bad. Sometimes, and it could be a flaw of mine, I don't even really want to talk about the good things that are happening. Sometimes I don't want to talk about what's good. Sometimes I don't want to even talk about what's bad because I don't want you categorizing me in some weird box. You know what I'm thinking? And thinking that, oh, I have this or I have that or I experienced this and I experienced that because of this experience. They take the little bit of information that they know about you and then they fill in the blank about the rest. And I just can't stand that shit. So I don't really like telling people what's going on with me, period, point blank. I think that might be a character flaw within me. I don't know. But for the ones who do know that life, for the ones who do know themselves and they do know the life that is flowing through their body, you know what I'm saying? And they have that connection between them and their most high self. Sometimes it feels like such a lonely walk because nobody else is doing this work. Nobody else is having this mindset in a real way. You know what I'm saying? There are those peoples who there are those people who fake it, and you can feel a fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? No offense to a fake it till you make it, because I'm pretty sure that I was there at one point in my life, but it's just like right now I ain't faking it. I truly do believe it. I truly do know it. And I've believed and known it in the past, and it has come to pass. It has manifested. So I know that it's real. Everybody does not know that. Everybody doesn't have that experience. And then there's no one to share it with. So for you guys, I understand your plight, but keep on going. That's not an excuse. That's not a reason to stop, because these are people that we love. So a lot of times we want to stop, we want to people please, we want to bring them along, we want to help them get it. I cannot change your eyes. I can't change your eyes. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And we have to know that these are their own personal responsibilities to handle, you know? So that's what I have for you guys today. I appreciate you. This video I feel like was more of a ramble. It wants to come out, but it's not coming out smoothly, and I don't like that, but whatever. So I appreciate you guys so much for your time. If you like the video, if you've been here this long, please go ahead and like and subscribe the video. Comment down below if you have questions, if you agree, if you don't agree. Comment, talk to me. Let's commune with one another. I appreciate you guys.